Hola clase. I hope you guys had a really good spring break. I know that it's not a normal spring break from what we're used to, but I hope you had a good time and I hope you relaxed and stayed safe. All right, don't forget, those of you who are out Friday the 13th from March, to email me so that I can give you your password to get your quizzes done. All that info is on my blog today. All right, vamos a empezar. Your warm-up. Escribe 4 frases en el pretérito en español. Usa un adjetivo demostrativo diferente para cada frase. So, 4 sentences. En el pretérito. Preterite. En español, claro, of course. Okay? Remember Friday we went over demonstrative adjectives. You're going to use a different one for each sentence. Okay? Save those for Friday for me. All right. Vamos a revisar. We're going to review. ¿Cuáles son los adjetivos demostrativos? What were your demonstrative adjectives? Okay. Remember, they're this, these, that, and those. And then in Spanish, we've got a different that and those for that and those way over there. Okay. You're this and these. Este, esta. Those are your this. Estos, estas. Este and esta are singular, estos, estas, plural. So, este, esta is this, estos, estas, these. They need to agree in number and gender. All right, that and those. Ese, esa, esos, esas. Okay, so it looks just like this and these without the T's. That's why we have the rhyme. All right, that and those way over there. So if it's way over there, you're going to say that and those. You've got a longer word. You got aquel, aquella, aquellos, aquellas. Remember, they all agree. All right. Well, let me go back real quick because we had a little rima. Do you remember the rhyme? Just to remember which ones are which. You still have to memorize all your words as vocab and know how to use adjectives like we've been doing since year 1. But your rima, your rhyme, this and these have T's. For that and those, the T's must go. And if you feel the need to yell for that, you use the word aquel, even though I messed that up. This and these have T's, that and those, the T's must go. If you feel the need to yell for that, you use the word aquel. There you go. All right. ¿Dónde ponen los adjetivos demostrativos? Where did these particular adjectives go? You remember? In front of the nouns that they represent. Okay, remember, most of our adjectives come after. There are some that come in front. This is one set that comes in front. Okay, ¿qué tienen en común con los otros adjetivos? And these adjectives have the same thing in common with all adjectives. They must agree in number and gender with the nouns that they represent. All right, vamos a practicar. Como se dice, and this is with your vocab. You may have to review that after spring break. All right, these socks. Estos calcetines. Remember, this and these have T's, so you've got the T there. Calcetines is both plural and masculine, so it's estos. All right, what about that hat? Ese sombrero. For that and those, the T's must go. No T here. Singular and masculine, that would be ese. Those glasses way over there. Aquellas gafas. You do not literally need to give me way over there. That would be wrong. Don't do that. Okay? For those way over there, you've got a completely different word in Spanish. Okay? A translator is going to give you word for word what you put in, which you're not supposed to use anyway, so don't do it. Okay? Aquellas is those over there. Aquellas agrees with gafas being both plural and feminine. All right? This skirt. Esta falda. Get your T for this. It is feminine because of falda. Those boots. Esas botas. Plural and feminine. Those, the T's must go. These jackets. Estas chaquetas. Got your T. Both feminine and plural. All right. I'm going to go ahead and review the IOPS. Remember the IOPS, indirect object pronouns. They tell to whom or for whom. It's indirectly receiving the action of the verb. Okay? If it's for me or to me, you got me. For you or to you, it is te. For him, her, you formal, or even it, le. To or for us, nos. To or for y'all, os. To or for them or you all, les. Okay, so you got me, te, le, nos, os, les. Top four are just like our dops as well as our reflexive pronouns. Okay, they are put in the same place. Where do they go? In front of the conjugated verb. Example, tú me das flores. You give me flowers. You is your subject. To me, you give flowers. Okay, it goes in front of the conjugated verb. Okay, yes, you can put it at the end of the infinitive or the participle if you choose. Only when you have two verbs back to back, conjugate the first one, not the second one. So I could say, él quiere darme flores. He wants to give me flowers. Okay, I could also put it in front of quiere. If the two rules give you trouble, always put it in front of the conjugated verb, because it could be él me quiere dar flores, and it would mean the same thing. All right, we're going to practice this for a little bit. He gives me a flower. Okay, he gives is the verb, is the subject and the verb, so that's how you're conjugating gives is he. To whom? To me. So me needs to go in front of that verb, and then you finish your sentence, say flower. Él me da una flor. And if I wanted to, I could put a mí there, and it would be perfectly fine. We just don't do that often. Okay? Juan reads a book to her. Okay, I'm going to have Juan. Juan is reading, so that's how the verb is conjugating. He reads a book to her. That tells you you have an indirect object pronoun. Okay? Juan le lee un libro a ella. With le, we usually do have to whom in that sentence somewhere, because le and les can be so many different people. We usually do reiterate with a, whoever that happens to be. All right, they send, and I gave you to send is enviar. They send an invitation to us. They send it, so you're going to conjugate enviar for they. It happens to be an invitation to us. To whom gives you an indirect object. Okay, us is a pronoun, so you have an indirect object pronoun. You have an iop. It goes in front of the conjugated verb. Ellos, if you want it. Nos envían una invitación. Okay, that's the sentence. The only thing you have to have is nos envían una invitación. I can have ellos there. I can add a nosotros later if I want to. You have to have the iop in front of the conjugated verb. Nos, because to us. Envían, because they are the ones that send. And then I finish the sentence, una invitación. All right, we'll still be practicing that on and off throughout because we still need it. All right, let's get it into preterite, because that's a huge part of this unit, and we're about done with this unit. Okay, the preterite, what is it? It's past tense. Okay, remember I told you there were two. We're only doing one right now. Okay, this particular past tense talks about a completed action or event in the past. That's all we need for now. It's like a flash in the past, or a snapshot. You take that picture. It's talking about a completed event that happened in a specific time period usually. Right? How do we conjugate in the preterite tense? Well, regulars we should know so well at this point. Okay, if it's an AR verb. Asteo, vamos a este salón. There's your little chant. Asteo, vamos a este salón. Okay, if it's an ER and IR, they did the exact same thing. Y, iste, yo, imos, istes, ieron. Okay, so you're conjugating as per whatever your subject is, just like you do in present tense, but now instead of saying I sing, you're going to say I sang. Instead of I do, it's I did. Okay, and then we had some special rules. Verbs that ended in a CAR, a GAR, or a ZAR, we call them car-gars-ars. Okay, the car will change to ke, gar will be ge, and sar will be se. Only happens in yo. Doesn't happen anywhere else, just in yo. Okay, and that's because the sound would change with a weak vowel after them. Okay? So you add a letter to keep that sound pure. In this case, you change the letter. All right? We also had a little rule with verbs. Well, here we go. That the I changes to Y, and I call it the triple vowel rule because triple vowels do not exist. Okay? It would only happen in él, ella, usted, or ellos, ellas, ustedes. It would only happen with an ER verb or an IR verb. Okay? Usually there's a vowel, another vowel in front of that ER or IR. Okay? Creer is one. This one only gave us 3. Creer, leer, or oír. In the él, ella, usted, creer becomes creyó. That I changes to a Y there because you can't have a triple vowel. And in ellos, ellas, ustedes, it's creyeron. Again, I to Y here. Oír, oyó, or oyeron. I to Y in both of these is the only time it would happen. Leer would be leyó and leyeron. Okay, and the other conjugations of these verbs are regular because it would not make a triple vowel. Okay, where this chapter only gives you 3, I went ahead and told you it works for any verb where a triple vowel would happen, and it again only happens with ERs and IRs. All right. We also worked on some irregulars. We did ser and ir right away. Those two did the exact same thing. You had to memorize them, but they're fun to say. What were they? Fui, fuiste, fue. Fuimos, fuisteis, fueron. Muy bien. Okay, and then we did the verb hacer, to do or to make. It's a little weird. Had to memorize it. Hice, hiciste, hizo. Here the C changes back to a Z to keep this sound. Okay, with an O. And then hicimos, hicisteis, hicieron. Another verb you had to memorize. All the irregulars you have to memorize because they don't follow the same rule as your regulars. Okay? And our last irregulars that we've done so far, there are more, but for this unit so far, okay, dar, to give, di, diste, dio, dimos, disteis, dieron. Okay, not bad. No accents. It conjugates like an ER verb, even though it's an IR verb. And then ver, it is an ER verb, conjugates like an ER verb. The only difference, the only irregular part about ver is there are no accents, so it's considered irregular. Okay, vi, viste, vio, vimos, visteis, vieron. Done. That's all that there is to those. Okay, so hopefully you're still going to be practicing your preterites. Today, you're going to complete a worksheet that I already have on the documents page. It's called Preterite Letter with Some Irregulars. That's what irregs means. So on the documents page, complete it with the correct verb and the correct conjugation in preterite. Submit it to me when complete. I want to look at that with you real quick. Where did it go? Because you've got a choice. It's a letter, so you've got to read the letter. You've got to understand what is being said. Okay? Hace 3 días. Okay? 3 days ago. I what? El cupón de regalo. And I told you what cupón de regalo was here, gift card. I what the gift card. So you need to know your verbs as well. You need to know the sentence. Did I receive a gift card or did I learn a gift card? I'm going to go ahead and give you the answer to the first one. See? 3 days ago, I what the gift card. Okay? Should be received. Conjugate it in yo. And that's how you do this. Okay? You've got to understand what it's saying. You've got a choice of 2 verbs. Understand what the sentence is saying so you know which verb to use. And don't forget to conjugate it correctly. Don't forget that sometimes there are IOPs in there, indirect object pronouns. Indirect object pronouns are not your subjects. Okay, look for your subjects. If you need anything, you can always email me and ask me. All right, guys, that's it for today. Tomorrow we're going to start Unit 8, I believe. Yep. All right, have a great one. Adios.